Hi, Dave Smith for Police One, and this is Roll Call Reality Training. Well, this week we're going to go to Muskogee, Oklahoma for a unique foot pursuit shooting, and what a video we got for you. Now, Officer Chauncey McMillan is responding to a threat at a wedding. Now, this is a woman being threatened, and she's terrified. The minister calls in, and our officer responds. Now, watch as he approaches the suspect of this threat. And let's take a few seconds and see his initial contact and his frisk.
Sir, do me a favor. Take your hands out of your pockets for me. Take your hands out of your pockets.
He's at the ER.
Okay. Let's go patch you down for weapons, okay? You got anything that's going to poke, stick, cut, and hurt me? Okay, just relax for me. Just relax. Relax. Why are you shaking for? Relax.
All right, so the guy breaks free. But what has our officer done so far? He's gone up, made verbal contact, controlled the hands. The guy has his cell phone in his hand, shifts hands. Now the officer initiates a frisk. The guy's trembling. And when you initiate that frisk, first off, you're seeing compliance. You verbalize to the subject. That gives you an initial sense of compliance. But now as he's got the guy's hands behind him, he senses the tension. He's trying to get him to relax. That resistive tension tells you something's up. And sure enough, the guy takes off running. But now let's watch what happens in this most unusual foot pursuit.
Shots fired, shots fired.
That's right. The suspect drops a .22 automatic and picks it up. Drops it again and picks it up again. Now he's facing the officer, and when the officer actually starts shooting, the weapon is actually pointed at the officer. Now the controversy is the suspect turns to flee. The thing is this guy still an immediate threat to the officer? Yes. Immediate threat to the community? Yes. Remember, this is a threatening call. This guy isn't some passive individual you're just frisking. This is a guy who's already made death threats against an individual at a wedding, and he turns out to actually be armed. So you have this situation where this moment of incredible tension, the officer opens fire, and the suspect goes down. Now you've got to maintain control. You have an individual come up. Watch what happens now after the shooting.
502, shots fired, shots fired. Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back, sir! Sir, get back! Get back! I'm not! Get back!
Let me check on him! Let me check on him!
Get back, sir!
Check on him, damn it!
502, step it up!
Oh my God! Let me check on him!
Get back!
Officer, I got this! Let me check on him! Let me check on him!
Get back, sir!
I'm the cop! Listen, you have to shoot me. I need to check on him, please.
Sir, get back! He has a gun!
It's okay, I have no gun. What's gun here?
Get back and I will!
Chaos, right? You have a minister come up who's all upset. You have a suspect down who's still armed. But as backup arrives, watch how our officer verbalizes very effectively and they gain control of the firearm.
He's got a gun!
Wow, intense, right? Now, hopefully you never have to face this, but you just have because you've been, from our officer's perspective, thanks to this body camera, seeing exactly how our officer handled it. Now, here's what I want you to do. Think about a few things. Get with your team and watch this video and ask yourselves, okay, number one, do you do good frisk techniques? We're all trained how to do frisks, but routine detrains us and we get sloppy. That's how you see officers get killed a lot. But this time the officer maintains that number 3 position to the rear, initiates that, controls both hands, senses the tension. And that kinesthesis is so important. When you touch a subject, that should tell you a critical issue. Are you sensing the energy, literally that resistive tension that's there? Verbalize, verbalize. Great job on the officer's part. Now when the suspect takes off, the officer has got a good distance, which he maintains. When the suspect stops and picks up the firearm, our officer maintains, because there's no cover there. There's no cover there. So distance is your really only advantage. You verbalize, he shoots, subject goes down. Now you've got it. Everybody says, well, cuff him and start first aid. Well, no, you can't. This is a non-contained subject, and I'm all alone. I'm waiting for a backup to get here, and then we'll move in a controlled fashion, gain control of the subject, control the firearm. That's an important issue. So let's review real quick here. We're going to make sure we keep our frisk techniques appropriate. We're going to make sure that we verbalize effectively, watch the hands. Again, verbalize, verbalize. We're going to remember everything we've been told by dispatch, all that information and intelligence has been gathered during the call-taking process. So we know we have a subject threatening deadly force, threatening to kill someone, and now we've got the deadly force on the ground. And that, when he drops that weapon, now that time we get our firearm out, we're going to present that effectively, and you'll notice the officer shoots very effectively. Now the suspect did die in this situation here, but again, the officer was declared justified. Now, one of the things I want you to remember here is this: you've got to control yourself in this foot pursuit. Don't get swept up in the chase where you're not still monitoring the subject's hands. This is what makes night pursuits so dangerous. Quick refreshment on foot pursuits: remember, never run immediately behind the subject. If the subject runs around a corner, you run wide around the corner or quick peek. Don't run right into the subject. And if a subject goes over a wall or a fence or another obstacle, do not go over where they went over. Surprise them. Be unpredictable. Well, this is an intense video, so I want you, again, this is a great opportunity to talk with your team how you conduct frisks and foot pursuits.